Hi, I'm Justin Amler.
And I'm Rebecca Davis.
With the federal election just around the corner, we're here to unpack where the major parties stand on the Jewish issues that matter most to you.
AIJAC has put a series of direct questions to both federal Labor and the Liberal Party. No fluff, just the stuff that our community cares about.
And first up, the issue that's been impossible to ignore, anti-Semitism.
Since October 7, 2023, Australia's Jewish community has been hit by an alarming surge in anti-Semitism. It's shaken a lot of people to their core. Today, we're cutting through the noise to understand what the major parties, Liberal and Labor, are actually proposing to do about it.
So let's get into it. What has the government done, and how do the two sides propose to respond to this crisis should they form the next government?
The Liberals are taking a hardline stance. They're talking about bringing what they call moral clarity, making it unmistakably clear that the law needs to be enforced when it comes to anti-Semitism. They want to create an Australian federal police-led task force dedicated to anti-Semitism and make sure unresolved cases are prioritised. They're also proposing to cancel the visas of people involved in anti-Semitic acts.
So it's a very law and order approach.
Exactly. And alongside that, they're offering funding support, $8.5 million to help establish the Centre of Jewish Life and Tolerance, and another $6 million for the Jewish Community Centre Hakoah in Sydney. But Justin, what's Labor's take?
Labor's messaging is focused on safety, inclusion, and using the tools of government to legislate against hate. They've already passed what they describe as Australia's toughest ever laws against hate crimes, especially speech or threats that advocate violence. They've invested over $78 million to beef up security at Jewish schools and community sites, and they appointed Gillian Siegel as the country's first special envoy for anti-Semitism. So there's someone at the national level watching this closely.
And on education and memorialisation?
Labor's committed over $14 million to Holocaust education and remembrance. They also launched a parliamentary inquiry into anti-Semitism on university campuses. That inquiry recently wrapped up and tabled its report. But speaking of campuses, Rebecca, what are both parties saying about the rising fear and hostility Jewish students are reporting?
Labor points to the inquiry it initiated as a major step, saying it's the most comprehensive response yet. The Liberals, meanwhile, say it's not enough. They want a full judicial inquiry into anti-Semitism at universities, something with legal powers, not just recommendations.
Okay, so let's talk dollars.
Sure.
The Jewish community is spending millions just to feel safe at synagogues and schools. Is either party committing to help?
Yeah, both are. The Liberals are promising big numbers, $35 million to rebuild the firebombed Adass Israel synagogue, $32.5 million in broader security funding, including armed guards, and $10 million to upgrade security at Moriah College. Labor points to that $78 million figure as money already on the table and is signalling a willingness to keep working with community leaders to meet future needs.
So in short, Liberals are focused on enforcement, stronger policing and immediate security upgrades, while Labor is pointing to systemic reforms, legislation, education and long-term investment.
Yeah, that's a pretty good summary. Different styles, but both are recognising that anti-Semitism is a serious and growing threat that demands a real response.
It's not enough to say never again and then sit still when it is happening again. The community is watching, and so are we.